a small village in ancient India, there lived a young mother named Kisa Gotami. She was overwhelmed with grief when her only child, a young son, fell seriously ill and passed away. Desperate and heartbroken, Kisa Gotami carried her son's lifeless body through the village. She begged everyone she met for a medicine that could bring her son back to life. Her neighbors, seeing her anguish, told her to seek out the Buddha. They said, "The Buddha resides in the nearby forest. He may have a solution for you." With hope rekindled in her heart, Kisa Gotami hurried to the forest to find the Buddha. When she found him, she fell at his feet sobbing and pleaded for him to revive her son. The Buddha listened to her with compassion and said, "I can help you, but first you must bring me a mustard seed." Kisa Gotami, eager to follow his instructions, agreed immediately. The Buddha continued, "However, the mustard seed must come from a household that has never experienced death." With renewed hope, Kisa Gotami set off on her quest. She knocked on the door of the first house she came to and asked for a mustard seed. The kind woman who answered was willing to give her the seed. But when Kisa Gotami asked if anyone in the household had ever died, the woman replied, "Yes, we have lost loved ones." Kisa Gotami thanked the woman and moved on to the next house. Again, she was offered a mustard seed, but the household too had experienced death. She went from house to house, but everywhere she went, she found that death had touched every family. As the day turned to night, Kisa Gotami realized that her quest was impossible. She returned to the Buddha, empty-handed, but with a newfound understanding. "Master," she said, "I could not find a single household that has not experienced death." The Buddha gently replied, "You are not alone in your grief. Suffering is a part of life, and death comes to all living beings. By understanding this universal truth, you can begin to let go of your pain." Kisa Gotami's heart began to lighten as she absorbed the Buddha's words. She realized that her suffering was not unique, and that acceptance was the first step on the path to enlightenment. The Buddha continued, "Accepting the reality of suffering allows us to move beyond it. Only through acceptance can we find peace and begin the journey towards enlightenment." Kisa Gotami bowed to the Buddha, her heart filled with gratitude. She left her son's body behind, and with a newfound sense of purpose, she began her path towards spiritual awakening. The parable of the mustard seed teaches us the universality of suffering. By accepting this truth, we can start to transcend our pain and move toward enlightenment. Remember, in every loss there is a lesson. Through acceptance and understanding, we can find peace and begin the journey towards enlightenment. This story also reminds us that we are never alone in our suffering. Connecting with others who have experienced similar losses can provide comfort and support, helping us to heal and grow. In the light of acceptance, suffering becomes a pathway to wisdom. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.